Before the start of the 2023 college football season, we anticipated that this would be one of the best quarterback draft classes we've ever seen. So far, the discussion has gotten even more crowded as the season has gone on, with many draft-eligible quarterbacks storming their way onto the scene. And, as promised, I am back today to update my top 10 quarterbacks that are eligible for the 2024 NFL Draft. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed today's video, and videos like it, be sure to drop a like and smash that subscribe button, as I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the 2024 NFL Draft. And with your help, we can certainly get there. I'm going to start this video off with some exclusions. While Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, and Jackson Dart are all eligible for the 2024 NFL Draft, I think that they will all benefit from one more year at the collegiate level. While Dart would probably be more in my honorable mentions, Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward would easily be in my top 8. But for now, I think it's safe to say that these players will be returning to their respective programs for 2024. Here are my 5 honorable mentions that just missed out on my top 10. Tyler Van Dyke from Miami, Joe Milton from Tennessee, KJ Jefferson from Arkansas, Sam Hartman from Notre Dame, and Michael Pratt from Tulane. Kicking off my top 10, we have Jordan Travis from Florida State. Travis has taken a slight dip from my preseason rankings, as he was at number 7. That's not a knock on Travis, he's been playing great. There's just been some real risers so far. Travis entered the 2023 season with perhaps the best offense in the FBS, as the Seminoles have Johnny Wilson, Keon Coleman, Trey Benson, and Jaheim Bell. But his numbers have been slightly down from last year so far. Travis has a smaller frame for the position, but he makes up for it with his improvisation skills and overall accuracy. Travis is a dynamic playmaker outside the pocket, with excellent throwing mechanics. His fall in my rankings should mean nothing. At number 9 on my list, I have Spencer Rattler from South Carolina. A newcomer into my top 10, Spencer Rattler didn't even get an honorable mention in the preseason, but he has played arguably the best ball of his collegiate career. Rattler is producing the second highest completion percentage and yards per attempt of his career, with a very respectable 73.4 quarterback rating, good enough for 5th in the SEC. Rattler is a great scrambler and boasts tremendous accuracy and zip on his passes, regardless if he's standing in the pocket or scrambling. His path has been the opposite of linear, but he persevered through adversity, and he's building his case for the 2024 NFL Draft. At number 8, I have Riley Leonard from Duke. Is this just Daniel Jones syndrome? Oh, why? Because it's Duke? Well, maybe. But Leonard made a name for himself last season, having a great sophomore campaign despite playing at a non-traditional football program. Leonard didn't even make an appearance on my preseason rankings, believe it or not, and now finds himself at number 8. Leonard is a great athlete with incredible speed for the quarterback position, running a 4.52. Leonard has NFL-level ball placement and great arm talent, but also has showed his rawness, especially when it comes to pocket presence and mechanics. Leonard seems to have everything scouts are looking for from a physical standpoint. He just has to put it all together. Coming in at number 7, I have Jaden Daniels from LSU. Jaden Daniels was an honorable mention for me in my preseason rankings, and that seemed to have struck a chord with some people. But my main concern with Daniels was his reluctancy to throw the ball down the field. 51% of Daniels' completions came between 0 and 9 yards, which brought his yards per attempt down to a career low 7.5. In 2023, his yards per attempt is up to 10.7, with his highest completion percentage by 5 points at 73.1. Daniels has a very slender frame for the position, but his playmaking ability is undeniable, and if he keeps up this torrid pace of production, he could hear his name called quite early on in April. At number 6, I have Quinn Ewers from Texas. The second player to officially fall in my rankings. Quinn Ewers was the 3rd ranked quarterback for me in my preseason rankings. Now he comes in at 6. Ewers has been a mixed bag so far this season, where he has improved greatly in some aspects, like pocket awareness and pocket mobility, his deep ball accuracy is still frustrating. Ewers' arm talent is clearly evident, but he has a tough time connecting down the field, even with A.D. Mitchell and Xavier Worthy to throw the ball deep to. Despite his 2 picks versus Oklahoma, Ewers has done a better job of protecting the football, and his accuracy in the short to intermediate has gotten much better. If Ewers could figure out how to hit the deep ball at a better rate, he's easily top 5 in the class. At number 5, I have Bo Nix from Oregon. Bo Nix is a really interesting prospect, because some swear he's the truth, and some think he's trash. Nix's rating has not changed for me, as he was also ranked 5th in my preseason rankings. My big concern with Nix entering the season was processing and moving through his progressions. So far, Nix has done a much better job, especially protecting the football, throwing just 1 interception through 5 games at the time of recording. Nix's pocket presence has also improved, and he's also completing a career-high 80.4% of his passes so far this season. At number 4, I have J.J. McCarthy from Michigan. The biggest riser that was in my preseason top 10, we have J.J. McCarthy at number 4. McCarthy was number 10 in my preseason rankings, but needless to say, I have bought into the hype from what I've seen so far this season. McCarthy and Michigan haven't played the greatest competition so far, but McCarthy has really impressed me with his improvements, especially under pressure. McCarthy had a 44 overall rating when facing 5 or more rushers last season, and this season, it's up to nearly 65, a massive improvement. McCarthy also boasts the highest rating in the nation, at 94.2. McCarthy is susceptible to some suspect throws, but who isn't? McCarthy is capable of making every big-time NFL throw, with some incredible arm talent. At number 3, I have Michael Penix Jr. from Washington. I mean, what can I say about Michael Penix Jr. that I haven't said already in other videos? If you are a fan of this channel, or you watch my videos, you know how much I love Penix Jr. Penix Jr. has made a slight jump from my preseason rankings, moving up from 4 to 3. You could say what you want about Penix Jr. having elite weapons and a great offensive system, but Penix has some of the best ball placement and arm strength in the entire class. Penix leads the FBS in passing yards and touchdowns with 1,999 and 16. He's also 3rd in the FBS in passer rating at 91.3. Yes, his injury history and age are big-time concerns, but I don't think we could argue with his production and elite ball placement and accuracy down the field. At number 2, I have Drake Maye from North Carolina. Maye's status remains unchanged from my preseason rankings, as he stays put at number 2. Maye got off to a little bit of a rocky start this season statistically, but he still boasts the number 11 overall quarterback rating in the FBS at 86, also leading the ACC in completions 20-plus yards down the field by a very wide margin. Maye has all the intangibles you look for in an NFL-caliber quarterback, including some pretty surprising athleticism for his size. Barring something catastrophic, Maye will be the second quarterback taken off the board. And at number 1, I have Caleb Williams from USC. Of course, to absolutely no one's surprise, at number 1, we have Caleb Williams. Williams was ranked number 1 in my preseason rankings, and he has only solidified that status with unbelievable play so far this season for USC. Williams looks to be well on his way to being the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. While I don't think his running around or hero ball will be sustainable at the NFL level, Williams has displayed every attribute you look for in a franchise signal caller. Don't believe any of the reports saying that he will go back to USC in 2024. Williams could enter the NFL as a potential top 12 quarterback in the entire league.